Welcome back to Resident Evil 5 Professional Mode. Today we're going to be handling 5-2, the Experimental Facility. Same inventory we've been using. Nothing changed. Okay, so speeding up this first part, because nothing happens in this first segment, and nothing will happen for about another, about 5 to 6 seconds. Alright, so when you get up to the top of this, you're going to see the camera pan into a bunch of guys. Pull out your rifle, start shooting them. Plain and simple. Of course, I'm such a massive fail shot, and I miss like 16 of those shots, and my partner had to come in with his own rifle to save the day. Now this door at the end of the hallway is going to open up with a couple of guys too, so pull up your Magnum so you can get the preemptive on them as they walk in. Since I'm using the L-Hawk, I have piercing so I can hit multiple guys at the same time. And the L-Hawk is really going to start getting a lot of love starting at this level, because you're going to get a lot of armored enemies that can be very easily taken out because of them. Thanks a lot, Chris. You actually healed me when I wanted you to. You're going to be a couple guys over here coming out on the left. Just kind of wait around here for a good time to shoot, or you could just let your partner shoot everyone, since they'll be in a good position to shoot everyone and you won't need to peek out at all because, well, they won't shoot at your partner. However, it is a good idea to shoot a rocket all the way down at the end of the hallway to maybe pick off a couple of stragglers in case you don't ever have a shot. So over here off on the side is a red herb, if you want to go ahead and pick that up to combine it with any greens that you happen to have found, which you should. I think, if I recall correctly, there was one in the first room. So just kind of do a little bit of inventory management here just to sort everyone's stuff out, and head over to the other door. Now this is another hallway that can give you a little bit of trouble. Peek your head out every now and again, take maybe 1 or 2 shots at most. That guy's just stuck running in place, so I got a little lucky with that one there. So just kind of peek your head out a couple times. Don't try to do anything stupid. Just take your time in this segment, otherwise, you know, that can happen and you can very easily get hit by something. That's the reason I like to go get that red herb at off of the side door earlier, so that in case this segment gives me a little bit of trouble, I don't have to go and waste my other first aid spray, because then I would have been stuck for the rest of this level without any healing items, and that would have really sucked, because there are a few other parts where you're going to need a little bit of healing. Just kind of camp out here over on one of the side staircases. Don't go all the way up so that you can use that small piece of cover that the enemies were using before in order to protect yourself. And then at the end of this hallway, you can either shoot a rocket launcher down there, or to blow them all up, or you can just kind of shoot one of the explosive containers that's right next to them. Makes it a lot easier than trying to shoot all of them manually. Just kind of make your way over down to the other end, and once you get in the elevator, you're all nice and good to go. So that's the first half of this level down. Alright, so here we are in the next particular segment. There's another green herb right there in case you need it. Now, since we have infinite ammo, just shoot everything with a rocket launcher, or just pick out your Magnum. This is also a good spot in case you want to increase your accuracy a little bit, since I know that I screwed up pretty badly at the beginning with my rifle. So I'm taking a couple of rifle shots at all these guys so I can increase my accuracy a little bit. Now at the other end of this hallway, the lickers aren't going to be there. However, they're going to pop out of these little vents in the wall. So if you want to, send your partner forward instead of running in yourself. That way your partner will trigger the lickers and you can immediately shoot them, and you won't end up getting yourself killed. Because if you get in a bad spot with these lickers, it's a very easy spot to die. So just kind of take your time and shoot all of them, and there you go. That's that particular segment done. It's also a good spot to get a couple of lion hearts in case you want a little bit of extra money while you're playing through this as well. They'll drop good amounts of They'll drop good amounts of gold anyway, so it's a nice little added bonus. Now for this part, I'm actually going to skip the entire alarm segment. All you need to do is just take out a high-powered weapon and shoot those 2 guys. That's it. If you shoot both of them quickly enough, the alarm will not trigger, and none of the enemies here will spawn. So you can just walk straight through this entire segment without any particular enemies to fight at all. Until you get to the team door, of course, on the other side here. And now we just gotta wait for Chris to get his sorry butt over here. Now the enemies will start spawning in. So here, just take out your Magnum and just shoot everyone. Remember what I said earlier about how your Magnum is going to get a lot of love in this level, a lot more than some of the other levels, because a lot of these enemies here at the end have armor, and normally you'd have to shoot them in very specific spots, like their arms or their legs. However, the L-Hawk, you don't need to do any of that. You can just shoot them anywhere, and it will most usually kill them. And if they have a shield, it will stagger them, so it will very easily get you out of a lot of jams very quickly. That's the reason I like to use the L-Hawk. I know that what's the other Magnum? Anyway, the other starting Magnum, not the M500, has a higher rate of fire, I think, but I like the piercing more. It gets you out of a lot of situations very easily. Plus, in 6, it's also going to play a big help in 6-1, but you'll see that when we get there. So just kind of make your way all the way down to the end over here, where you get this nice little team switch. Now, this is where you get introduced to Reapers, and this is probably one of the more difficult ones to take out. Unless, of course, you send your partner forward to trigger it, and just shoot it. Plain and simple. If you try to trigger that Reaper by yourself and then shooting it, chances are you're probably going to get yourself killed instantly, and you're going to have to restart. So, just send your partner forward so you can shoot it immediately. It's a lot safer than trying to do it by having yourself go forward. And then from here, it's just a couple of random jump scares out in the conveyor belt. So, there are a couple of dead brides' necklaces in case you want... Come on, Chris. You gotta have fun playing through this. Alright, now time for the last segment of this level, which I'm going to cheese in a horribly hilarious fashion. Just pull out that rocket launcher, and just shoot him. That's it. Easiest boss in the entire game. Which, by the way, if you're playing through this level legitimately, I recommend just using a rocket launcher anyway, because fighting that boss the legitimate way sucks. So yeah, as you can see, you'll pretty much, like, let's put it like this. You will S-rank this level. Enemies routed, you'll get that just fine. Clear time, if you rocket launcher that boss, you are going to get an S-rank in time. I don't care how slow you are in the beginning sections. You will get an S-rank there. Accuracy, I took a couple liberties here and there to increase that. And then deaths, you know, just standard, you know. I went through this very cautiously. And so, yeah, it was a pretty easy S-rank and a very easy level overall. It's all about knowing where all those lickers and other enemies are. So we'll see you guys next time.